fans. I'm Pradeep from Armwrestling News, and I welcome you with an important topic today: Pro Panja League ranking tournament. But before that, some recent news. Engin Terzi recently announced a couple of matches yesterday, and the matches are for East versus West 5 event, which is going to be in November 2022. So the fourth event is going to be on August 6th. 14 super matches for $15 price. It's a must-have deal. And the couple of matches that Engin announced yesterday are Wagner Bortolato versus Tobias Sporong from Sweden, left-handed super match. And the other match was Matt Mask versus Irakli Zerekashvili, right-handed super match. Carolyn Looms. I believe that match should be at 110 kg weight cap, but Engin did not announce any weight cap for that match. So maybe Matt Mask can get as big as he can or wants. Phil Woody, UK, thank you very much, brother. UK, it must be really late in over there in UK. Something like 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. Please tell me, Phil Woody. Jesus M. Salute, brother. Kings call us. I'm 9. Dang, did I just now realize that Pradeep has a sponsor? No, Pradeep does not have a sponsor. I don't know how did you realize that. Carolyn Looms is happy about something, which is a great thing, a blessing. And Atlantis IRL, hello, welcome, brother. 4:30. So I asked my wife to make the thumbnail of this live stream and title. So it was looking up somewhat like very catchy, borderline clickbait. This is why I mentioned that Michael Todd will not be present in this live stream. Thumbnail photo is for representation only. Lagia 4:30 for me in the morning. When are you going to sleep, brother? There are no arm wrestlers who are arm wrestling fans who are waking up at 3:30 or 4:30. I'm still on Arkansas time. Okay, Philwoody, UK. Okay, so you haven't left from Monster Factory event. 3:30 a.m. That is great. Oh, that shirt. Okay, you got that from the shirt. Yes. The owner of Pro Panja League, Mr. Parveen Dabas, he's a Bollywood actor. His wife, Preeti Jangiani, she's also a Bollywood actor, and they are doing great things for arm wrestling. We are glad, we are blessed that they got interested in arm wrestling. So they sent me the whole package. I think 4 or 5 t-shirts, caps, pen, diary, everything that you need. The whole package. Alex McDonald, hello Pradeep. Folks, hit the like as you join Philwoody UK. We are going to talk about that tournament, and it is amazing. I never thought that I will be interested in a tournament, even when I'm not competing in that tournament. And when I tell you about that, you are going to be interested as well. Joseph is saying, keep the commentary coming. Joseph, yes, thank you very much, brother. I was watching East versus West matches again. I had to take some screenshots for editing the last video. And I felt like when I heard Coach Ray and Derek Smith commentating, I felt something. I felt something that yes, the Indian accent may not be the most suitable voice for commentating a match, but I think I can do something there. I can do something. Usually, I do not shout on live streams, but I believe, and I do not like that, but I believe you have to shout to a certain level to be a good commentator. And those guys are worse than me at shouting. They just cannot shout on the microphone. I am home, just nocturnal. Okay, Philwood, UK. Hey, Pradeep. Okay, you're already in UK. Hey Pradeep, hope all is well. Mitch Meserel, thank you very much, brother. Mitch is a Patreon member. I'm very lazy that I do not even post Patreon links in the description so that you guys can also join. But I'll start doing that again. Adam Hasty, good day, Pradeep. Is it going to be on the Pro Panja YouTube channel? Yes. So I don't think they're going to live stream it because they always believe in very good quality edited product. And live stream, it may not be possible, but we will see something special. Shambhu Barai saying, it's fine, don't worry, the Indian accent is sexy. LMAO. Phil Woody UK. After Monster Factory 2, MF2 sounds kind of weird. And spending some time with Mr. and Mrs. Monster, I can say they are great people. Of course they are. Of course they are. You can see they are genuine people. And I supported Michael Todd. I actually messaged Michael when he had about 450 or maybe 500 subscribers, that Michael, I've been a subscriber on your channel since the beginning. I can see you're doing great, and your channel is going to be very, very successful in the future. So please do not forget me or us fans when you have more than 100k thousand subscribers and you're very famous. And Michael said never. And Michael has kept his word. He has not forgotten me. At that time, I did not have a YouTube channel, but now I do have one. Are all the top. And if you remember, after the Jerry versus Michael match 2019, WL decided they are going to change the straps. Usually they used a very thin strap, and they moved on to a thicker strap, which we never saw in competition, because WL never returned back. And I just asked Michael that, Michael, I have created a YouTube channel called Armwrestling News. I think at that time it was called Noobs. And can you give me the measurements of the new strap versus the previous strap? And Michael actually lined both of them up, used a scale, and clicked a photo and sent it to me on Instagram with accurate measurements. I will always be thankful to Michael Todd for that. He didn't have to do that. And with that being said, Michael Todd and Rebecca Todd, both of them are going to be here in India on 19th of July. They are flying from USA on 18th. They're going to reach here on 19th. So I'm for sure going to meet them. Going to be an amazing time. First time meeting an elite world level arm wrestler. Are all top Indian arm wrestlers in this league? Not all of them. Not all of them. There are few other leagues, few other organizations as well. And India, it is like really, really difficult for everyone to come together. What will MT do there? Commentate seminar? Yes, seminar. There will be seminar by Michael Todd. The event, let's start with the details of the event, guys. The Pro Punja League event is going to be on 22nd, 23rd, and 24th of July. 22nd is going to be prelims. 23rd is going to be 22nd is going to be Veins. 23rd prelims, and 24th the finals. Michael Todd is going to be there on 22nd. He will be doing a seminar 5 p.m. Indian Standard Time. What's your future plan for the channel? Mohit Kumar will try to be a full-time YouTuber. Will try to be. Fighter Frank, bro, I don't even remember when did you become a channel. Okay, you just became a member. Thank you very much. I'm wrestling supporter. Who you got on Irakli versus Mask, man? I have to go with Irakli. I have to go with Irakli. Matt Mask is, to me, he doesn't seem to be the Matt Mask that was 5, 6, 7 years ago, that was giving great fights to Devon, to John Brizing, to everyone, beating Marcio Barboza. Just doesn't seem to be that guy. Pradeep, Ray or Ryan? Carolyn, I think I have to go with Ryan Bowen on this one. And I think it is going to be a war. Like all of the rounds are going to be like 20, 30 seconds, because both of them are very similar, very similar. But I'm just having a feeling that in every department, because Ryan also can hook, he can top roll, and he has endurance as well. Maybe I'm having a feeling that Ryan is 2-3% stronger than Coach Ray in every department. And he's a bigger frame guy. They're going to meet at 90 kilos, but Ryan Bowen is a bigger guy. I'm gonna have to go with Ryan Bowen. I know you're not going to like it, but I'll have to go with Ryan in this one. And because Coach Ray's great lethal weapon against Ryan would have been his press, and lately he has not been using his press in the initial rounds, at least. When he has tired his opponents out, only then he gets to access his press, which may not be the available case against Ryan Bowen. If he was doing it like he was doing it 3 years ago, all the matches press, then Ryan may have been in trouble, because during the practice pool, Ryan himself admitted that Ray was just drilling him to the pad with his press, and he was not able to do much. Maybe because he was tired, but now Coach Ray is more of a top roller than a presser. Phil, would you get take good care of them, Pradeep? P.S. You will get a shock when you meet the monster in person. Beast, of course, man. That guy will be towering above me. I had one friend who was 6'3", and I had to look him like that. There is a 4.5, almost a 5-inch difference in height, but that seems to be huge in person, because we are not used to seeing over 6 foot guys here in India. Very few people are over 6 foot. Average height is what, 5'6", I think, maybe 5'6". So guys over 6 foot are still very rare. I think Matt will win. Imagine his shape will be surprisingly good. He has quit smoking. He has quit smoking. Okay, let's not get into Ryan discussion. Ray, connective tissue. Pradeep, I believe you will give the most unbiased, accurate prediction of all YouTubers. Thank you very much for that crown, Alex McDonald. I really appreciate that. Sometimes people say that I'm biased against John Brazil because I pick him to lose against Corey West. I said either Corey 3-0 or John 3-2, and I predicted him to lose against Prodnik if that match ever happened against Alex Kordecha. But that is me just believing, trying to convince myself that no matter how great John Brzenk is, he's almost 58 years old, and a 58-year-old cannot beat these young great arm wrestlers. I somehow want to convince myself with that logic, and that is why John Brzenk proves me wrong every time. So let's get into the details. As I said, Michael will be coming here on 19th. He will be staying in Delhi. And I think on the same day or next day, he's going to visit Taj Mahal in Agra, India, which will be a great trip. I hope he shoots a lot of videos from there. So the location is Gwalior. And I'll tell you an amazing thing. The fees for the tournament is $1 20 cents, 30 cents. So for $1 30 cents, I'm not sure if you have ever heard any fees like that. 100 rupees, which is just above $1. Mitch Meserel with a $10 super chat. Thank you very much, brother. You're already a Patreon and you're still support great content. Thank you very much. So as I was saying, just above $1 fees, and for that fees you are getting accommodation for 3 days. There's a condition in that, I'll explain later. And you're getting food for free for 3 days. Every person, more than 600 people will be attending the tournament, and all of them will be getting free t-shirts. So accommodation, your fees, protests are free. You can have as many protests as you want in every single round. All of them are free, no fees. And 18 18 guys in every weight category will be selected for a league that will be happening next year, Pro Punjab League, and they will be paid a fixed amount. 18 guys from every weight category. That is just amazing, amazing stuff. And I'm going to repeat again, $1 fees, little more than that, and you get your accommodation for 3 days. You get food for 3 days, and you get free t-shirts, free protest. You get to compete on the largest platform in India. Everything is amazing there. So Gwalior is the location. And the reason behind that I've talked with the owner Parveen Abbas, and I invited him on my channel as well. I think you should definitely check that interview out. He has a clear vision of professionalism, and he just announced that there will be drug testing as well. I've talked with him on phone many times, and he is very clear about this, that there needs to be drug testing. Whenever I talk with him, I'm like, I don't think if it is possible, and then he explains to me how it is possible and why it should be made possible. Because I've been following North American arm wrestling for quite some time now, and all I've heard is drug testing is not possible because of budget. So when I discussed the same topic, are you going to introduce drug testing, I heard there is no budget in arm wrestling for that. And he just told me that there is budget, and there should be drug testing if we want to take the sport seriously, if we want the government to take our sport seriously, if we want the businessmen, the people who are going to invest money in the leagues, if we want them to take it seriously, if we want the advertisers to take it seriously, there has to be drug testing involved. So random drug testing in a tournament. And first time I heard in arm wrestling that there is a budget in a professional league. In amateur leagues, WAF, yes, we have heard there is drug testing, but first time I've heard in a professional league, professional arm wrestling tournament, they have the budget for drug testing, and it is not coming from the fees, because the fees is just $1. So let's read some comments. Subscribe to Monster Michael Todd. I'm sure 48 people watching here are already subscribed to his channel. Dance for Ram channel, Juji creativity. Carolyn absolutely helps that. Brian, nice, okay. Devon's for better than Juji and Tom. Good morning, brother. 4:45 in Sweden right now. SESC. What does that mean? Sweden Wrestling Television. Please subscribe to Krigi. He's a member on the channel. And you wake up at 4:45, bro. I can barely sleep at that time. Great, great, great guy. You think RVJ will come in better shape than he was at Arm Wars? Yes, I think. Yes, I think RVJ cares a lot about what people say about him on the internet, and people are not going to be very calm and cool about RVJ if he loses this match badly. So he is going to come in great shape. Clerks 93, 7:46 p.m. for him. What's up, Sweden Arm Wrestling Television, Carolyn? John beat Corey, easy chance. Levon. No way. Clerks, I think he'll take it seriously. Hope so, always. Okay. So we were talking about the event. I will also be going there, and there are strict rules for everything. Like, he has clearly said that there will not be same state referees. Like, if someone is from Uttar Pradesh state or Haryana state, then the referee, if the player is from one state, then the referee cannot be from that same state, just to prevent a possibility of biased refing. Very clear about that. Same state referees will not be there. And the condition that I was saying for free accommodation is that you have to make 10 posts in 10 days on different platforms. It can be anything. It can be a photo, it can be your own video, it can be a workout video, it can be just a text talking about the tournament or anything. Koo is an application, and Instagram and Facebook. You just have to make 10 posts and you get accommodation for free. That's, I think that is a good step to promote the organization. If the organization is going to do that much for the players, then it is definitely awesome. Some players are getting their travel covered as well, and who are like big names, they're getting their travel covered as well, which is always an amazing thing. He offered me my travel as well. From here it is almost 200 miles, but I said I want to go on my own motorcycle to have the feeling of a biker for the first time. Phil, thanks for that link, new one to me. Phil Woody UK, you must know. Phil Woody UK must know Interceptor. Is WL returned back in 2022? Nope. Maybe next year. When is Pradeep BMMT? BMMT. What's his MMT? When am I going to meet him? 22nd of July. Dave and Hermes could beat each other any given day. I too agree with that 100%. So veins are also, he's very strict about veins. 500 grams concession if you are competing in 60 kg, 70 kg, and you are 70.5, you'll be allowed. But if you are 1 gram over that, 70 kilos, 501 grams, then you are in the next weight category. And there are disputes for weight measurements as well. I've never heard about it, that you can dispute someone else's weight measurement. If you think any bias has been done, then you can dispute it. Maybe I'll do another interview with the owner before that event happens. Who are the top competitors we should know? So I actually did see a post about that on Instagram. 10 competitors that you should know about in that tournament. So they're doing great media coverage for that. Let me check if the post is still available. Not available right now, but definitely great competitors. Rahul Panekar is the most famous name. Akash Kumar, Wrist Hunter is the other name. Courage is the next name. Samir VT, Harman Man, Chetna Sharma. The I would say she is the best female arm wrestler in India, around 65-70 kilos. WL was associated with the recent Keystone State. Yes, I did see that. I'm not sure if they had any representative of their company at that place, but I saw only the logos on the videos of 217 YouTube channel. Almost time to go to sleep. Vitali board Lalitin. Radiant Ministry. Bhai, King of the Table 6 में लेवान next opponent कौन होगा? No idea. No idea. Maybe Hermes Gasparini. Frank Wright. I try call him full name as he's full name. Okay. Sachin Goel. Yes, Sachin Goel. Amazing arm wrestler. PPL sounds awesome, man. So after that, there will be bidding like IPL. I am sure you must have heard about IPL, Indian Premier League. So it will be amazing if there is something like that. If India is able to produce a sport where everybody wants to play just like cricket. In cricket, everybody wants to decide, everybody decides maybe not to play for their own country, but they will for sure come to play in India if they get the chance to play here. IPL is huge, huge. IPL created so much of buzz. Like, cricket meant India or still mean India at this point of time. If they're able to do something like that with arm wrestling, and it is amazing, like 18 people in every weight category are going to get a chance to be in a league, and there will be bidding, players will be bought, teams will be bought by investors. Going to be easy. Pradeep, Zurab or Derek? Zurab or Derek, who you got? Derek is very tall for Zurab. I may have to go with Derek Smith in that match. I may have to go with Derek because of size. Suhail won't be there. Suhail is playing for another organization. Suhail Khan won't be there. People sounds awesome, man. Okay. Ankit Kumar, I saw some comment from you. Where did it go? Justin Cobley said, "Wait, what happened? Is Juji going to arm wrestle again?" No. Why are people mentioning Juji here? I don't know. Pradeep, how many sports are popular in India other than cricket? Wrestling, badminton. We have some great badminton players. Swimmer, we don't have any great swimmer. Boxing is very famous here in India. And what other sports? What other sports? Javelin got really famous after Neeraj Chopra won the gold in javelin last year. Someone said something in the chat. Javelin. Yes, XRP boom, javelin. Clerks 93, football. Football, yes, there are a lot of players, but the level of our teams is not that great. So I'm going to read an article about Michael Todd that from Hindustan Times. The title is 23-time world champion Michael Todd recalls stellar career ahead of India visit. The stage is set for internationally acclaimed arm wrestler star monster Michael Todd's visit to India in the next month of July. Okay, it was in the month of July. The 23 time world champion winning arm wrestling. I'm having a really difficult time reading this font. Arm wrestler who hails from USA will be visiting India between 19th July and 22nd July ahead of Pro Punjab League's highly anticipated ranking tournament, set to take place between 22nd and 24th July in Gwalior. Okay, there was some good history about Michael Todd if you're interested in that. Michael was born and brought up in Hot Springs, Arkansas. He is currently still living just 20 miles from his childhood home and feels fortunate to have grown up in a small town. I was fortunate enough to grow up in a small town in America and had a lot of time to play outside and enjoy the natural state of Arkansas. Michael, nicknamed the Monster, said. As a kid, Michael Todd was always into combat sports and went on to achieve a black belt in Taekwondo. I did not know about that. Michael has a black belt. Amazing. But as Michael started growing up, his interest shifted towards the sport of arm wrestling. At age 17 in 1990, Michael went on to compete in his first arm wrestling tournament. I was immediately hooked to the sport, he said. Not having any family members or coach nearby, Michael taught himself the intricacies of arm wrestling. He competed in arm wrestling matches with his father while training. And after he started competing in state and national level arm wrestling events, he was able to pick up wins against him. Okay, against his father. Speaking about his training schedule over the years, Michael said, I have always trained like an athlete, wanting my entire body to be strong. But the key to being a good arm wrestler is training the hand and wrist, which I now do daily. Over his tremendous career, Michael has won 23 world titles, 36 national titles. It has been a wild ride. I have competed in as many as 35 events in a calendar year since 2001 and have had a blast doing it. Not sure about my toughest, but my proudest win was my 2012 6-0 Vendetta win against Andre Pushkar, he added. During his career, Michael several fractures, okay, lengthy recovery process. Most of my injuries occurred when I did not have health insurance. So I would either train through the injury or around the injury. Coming back from my left, in India, not many people have health insurance anyways. Very, very few people have health insurance in India. Coming back from my left elbow, coming apart literally meant starting. Okay, literally meant starting over with the lightest weights I had ever lifted, he recalled. Multiple injuries also prompted Michael to learn and develop a new technique, King's Move, which garnered much attention in the arm wrestling community. Michael Todd also gained popularity because of the technique, and his name became associated with the move, King's Move. I started using it out of necessity due to my limited range of motion, and I would drop my body down to increase the height of my hand since I couldn't close my hand closer to the shoulder, he said. So, Michael believes Pro Punja League is creating a buzz about the sport of arm wrestling in India and abroad, and believes the sport will have a great future in the country going forward. What Pro Punja League is doing is amazing, and it is helping in creating a lot of excitement about the amazing sport. So I can easily see the sport grow into something that the entire world competes in or enjoys watching, he said. As long as Pro Panja continues to put out quality event and continue to share and promote the event via social media, there will be definitely very big things to come. I can only imagine it being extremely bright considering all the hard work and efforts of Pro Panja putting into this promotion for the sport. Michael signed off. So 2x speed not working still. Phil Woody, thank you. Devons Forum, okay. Joseph, welcome, brother. Without watching impressive arm wrestling matches, I'll seldom have motivation to exercise if I'm training for something. Okay. Thanks, Carolyn. Try interview with Levan. Yes, yes. Sometimes I underestimate myself. Like, should I ask John Brazing for an interview? Man, he's such a legend. But I should do that. Okay, Devons Forum, 2x speed, Phil Woody. Okay. Can you guys suggest me? Have you any of you have recorded any vlogs or anything? I ordered a microphone for my DSLR. Like at the location, how should I record the interviews? What should be the format? I'm thinking about a 30 questions with the Monster Michael Todd kind of interview. Should I do it now before the event on Zoom, or should I do it live? And there are some recording instructions as well. So that is something that I really like about the league, that they're very clear about all the rules this time. So social media and video guidelines for athletes, this is the page, Pro Panja League. And number one, athletes won't be allowed to record near the main stage. Athletes can only record from their designated sitting area, but the recording time is capped at 30 seconds. So no videos above 30 seconds allowed. Athletes can upload these 30-second videos on Instagram and Facebook only, not on YouTube. Uploading on YouTube is completely banned. Use of DSLR or point and shoot camera to capture actual matches is completely prohibited. Going live on social media using personal Facebook, Instagram is prohibited. Athletes will have the full freedom to shoot videos on the day of veins only, not prelims and finals. On 24th July, on day of finals, all kinds of shooting is prohibited. Pro Panja League owns the digital rights to all the matches taking place in the tournament and hence can take legal action to take the video down. Athletes found in violation of the above points will be banned from the league. So since they're doing that much, spending that much money, you can imagine how much the tickets for Michael and Rebecca would have cost from USA to India and back. And they're doing basically all of that from their own pocket because the fees is only $1, accommodation, food, everything. And 18 people will be selected for the league and they will be paid. 18 top guys from every tournament. If you cannot finish in top 18 in your weight category in a tournament, then man, something is wrong with you. Even I can do that. As Stacy Morgan is saying, excuse me while I leave and share this with someone that thinks like me. Thank you very much, brother. I think like you, but don't share it with me. Share it with someone else. Fighter Frank, great to see you. Stacy Morgan. So 50 people watching, 54 likes already. Thank you very much. If you have not liked or subscribed, please do that right now. And I did not get any comment. Like, how should I record the interview with Michael Todd? Before he arrives here on Zoom or after he arrives there? But there, I asked the owner, and he told me that I am coming in as a journalist. These rules do not apply to me. I can record whatever I want as long as I do not show the matches, the actual matches that are going to happen. Actually, he did not even mention that, but I have that much courtesy that I'm not going to record and show the matches, no live stream, nothing. But I may be doing some during match interviews, like Akash Kumar or Rahul Panekar goes in the first round, not against each other, but they finish their first round. I may be pointing a camera at their face when they're resting, like, how do you think this match is going to go? Because Rahul Panekar defeated Akash Kumar last time they faced, couple of months ago. Drew, you know. Awesome, Devon. Will there be any Indian we see near future international event? Who do you see have the potential? Anand Kumar, at what international event are you talking about? I might ask. If you're talking about East versus West, very difficult. At Arm Wars, still many people can go there, but the thing is English. English. Rahul Panekar speaks English. Rahul Panekar could easily go there, and I think Rahul Panekar beats all the UK guys in his own weight category, about 70 kilos. I think Rahul beats all of the UK guys. I'm not sure if there is any great Craig Sanders. What is his weight? 70 kilos. But I think Rahul got it at 70 kilos. And he speaks English as well. I know there is a criteria to be at Arm Wars. You need to be able to speak English. But if you're someone like Sasho Andrea, maybe there is an exception for you. Benjamin is saying, "Hey Pradeep, welcome brother. Awesome. Devon's forearm. Any event we can see level against Europeans and others." Okay, Anand Kumar is saying. So Europeans, nah. UK, England is also in Europe. I understand, but if you're talking about the big major arm wrestling countries in Europe like Georgia, Turkey is in Asia plus Europe both. I think Georgia as well. Georgia is also there's a part. So I don't understand how, like, where Angie Terzi lives, that part is in Asia, not in Europe. But the country Turkey competes in Europeans, not in Asian championships. Pradeep, will MMT be bringing a ref with him, and will there be a humorous rule in the tournament? No, Michael is not going to compete there. I'm I'm not sure if there is going to be any after pull or not, because there are going to be many arm wrestlers and the tournament is going to be next day. So after pull doesn't make sense. Michael is going to be there before the tournament. So maybe some left-handed pulls because the tournament is right-handed only. Inkagiz is saying, why do you hate? I hate who? You have to get, Andres is saying, you have to get a score of 7 at least in eyelets for a chance in arm wars. I don't know what, how do you get that 7 score? Is it good? Is it bad? I'm assuming it is good by the way you have written this comment. How much would I get? Like, will I get 7? Usual suspects, Dominic. I need to stream it more often. Thank you. Okay, 3 years. Carolyn Yo-Yo. Still, Pradeep, just ask MMT or Rebecca what would be the best time to interview. They would know best. I think it is right. I think it is right. In Delhi, when they are staying in Delhi, it is only about 20, maybe 30 miles from my home. So maybe I can go there and shoot if they agree for that. But I don't know. I have never interviewed anyone live, and I do not have. I have one DSLR, and I've ordered one microphone that mounts on top of that DSLR. I do not have any other equipment. I'm not sure how I'm going to record that. Talbot versus Prokopchuk. I think it is going to be a war, very, very long match. But maybe I'll have to go with Prokopchuk. Paul Talbot is about 5 kilos heavier, but still that may not be enough. I think Daniel is a left-handed WAF champion, 2021, right-handed, or did Oleg Sherkasov beat him? Either left or right. Daniel Prokopchuk is WAF champion. Where do you rank? Right. I think he's champion on the right. Oleg beat him on the left. Man, I'm not sure about that. Daniel has inhuman endurance even without wrist. Yes, that is the point. I think he's going to take, Paul Talbot is going to take his wrist, but that won't matter. MMT also has gear they might lend you. This I thought about it. I thought about it. I asked Rebecca what about microphones, and she just answered that she has many. So I didn't ask further. Where do you rank MMT currently? He's number 10 in the world, and at that time I think that's about fair ranking in my opinion. I'd love to see him go against Prudnik. I'd love to see him go against Prudnik or a rematch against Revas. So I think there is a possibility Michael can improve his ranking by one or two spots, maybe. But then again, there are guys like Artem Morozov. If he gains, which is which he is going to gain a good amount of strength in next 1 year, can Michael beat Artem Morozov in 1 year from now? I am don't know. I'm not sure. So I think Michael has a chance to improve the event slightly. Event will be exciting for Michael as he is really excited to see India. Amazing, amazing. I'm really, really thankful for the owners that they are doing this. They did not have to invite Michael Todd for anything, but still they are inviting him for a seminar, which athletes do not have to pay anything to attend. Unlike many other seminars where the fees is 30, $50. In India, it is free, and which is amazing. Have you seen Ryan's recent poll? No, I heard him talk about a poll on his channel. He said that to Angin Terzi when he was drunk that he is losing poll on his own channel, but I did not see it. If Bowen can get interviews with the goat, then you can get anyone interview anyone else. Okay, that's also a part of so great about arm wrestling community. Do you think but man, you can see, you do not have to know or hear it personally, you do not have to know that personally that John Brazil does not like me. That is a very very clear statement. Do you think Irakli, that is why I'm also afraid of asking him, literally scared to ask him. Do you think Irakli would beat Sasho now in a rematch? Yes, I think because last time they faced Sasho versus Irakli. Yeah, Irakli was less than 90 kilos. He has gained 10 kilos. I think yes, but that will be again another war. But I do think he can beat him now. John versus MMT early prediction. So I've already made a video about it, Alex. I think Michael Todd is going to win that match 3-0, and it can look very similar to MMT versus Hutchings. But John has a press, unlike Todd Hutchings, so he may press Michael Todd once. But John Brezink gasses out very fast against a King's move. Pradeep, how hot and humid is it in your area? I cannot deal with humidity. Where I am living right now, humidity is like very high. Maybe not in this month. Yeah, still it may be very high. But where I'll be in a few days around Delhi, it is hotter than here, but humidity is less. So if I type temperature, 31 degrees right now. I don't know. Humidity is 71%. Is that high or low? I don't know. Why do you think he doesn't like you? Hmm, I don't know because I predict him to lose. Maybe I know, but I cannot tell you here. It is some private conversation. But John Brazik does not like arm wrestling news. He watches arm wrestling news, but he doesn't like it. If Bowen can get interviews with the goat, okay, read that already. Pradeep, you could ask Ryan and John on same interview. I think that would make it okay. Okay, I'll message John Brazing today. Let's see how that goes. Let's see how that goes. Phil will be awesome. Hit 100K. And John has been proving me wrong always, always, whenever I predict him to lose. And not always, like against Devon, I bet money on Devon in that match, but almost always. And maybe he's going to prove me wrong once again when he agrees for the interview. I think the goat John Brazink is a good and humble man, but if he does not like you, he needs to give his head a shake. Stay strong and love arm wrestling. I have no idea. Strength, old school. Pradeep, you always says Brazink will lose. Not always. I predicted him to beat Zorov very comfortably, but he won 3-2. I predicted him to lose 3-0 to Corey, but I did say that 60% chance Corey wins 3-0 and 40% chance John Brezink wins 3 pins to 2. And John won 3 pins to 2. So I did give that score a 40% chance. But I predicted Corey to win in that match. And message Ryan on your thoughts on this too. I like your interviews and commentary on the sport. We need to, because there are some legends like Michael. I also include him in that legends list. So Michael Todd, I should have done that interview with Engin as well. Maybe I'll do that again in the future. I've already done 3-4 interviews on my channel with Engin and 3-4 on his channel. But 30 questions, like that format. I've already only done it once and the video was great, very much appreciated. I got at least 10 comments and messages that people were saying that this is the best arm wrestling interview that they have ever seen. 30 questions with Devon Laird. Part 1 is on Devon's channel, part 2 is on my channel. So I'm thinking about a similar format with Michael Todd, and if I ever interview John Brezink, it has to be that 30 questions with John Brezink format, and I have to prepare all the questions. So that is going to take me at least one day about thinking about all the questions. I have to watch at least a dozen interviews to get some ideas, something that people have not already asked him, and if they have asked him, then in more detail or with a slightly different take on those aspects. Take care. FF, what's the abbreviation, what is the full form of that? I don't know. FF, what does that mean? Great episode, John Brown. Thank you very much, brother. Okay, interviews. It's just like I predicted. Devon will be number two in most people's eyes because he never competes. Uh, John, understand better a question you might have if John looks consider. Understand better a question you might have if John looks confused. Ask him about steroids and PEDs in the sport. He's already answered that question a couple of times, and I do not want to make my guests uncomfortable by talking with them about this subject, PEDs. I would like to make the interviews difficult for arm wrestlers, but not in this way. Not in this way. Like I may ask John, like, do you think you can beat the King's move at this age? Because I don't think you can. These are the hard questions that an interviewer should ask, not about steroids. Steroids, I think, are cheap questions. If you're trying to trap the interviewee with these questions. Chuck Lumb, thanks for the question. They're not going to be super heavyweight anymore, so he won't be ranked there soon. Fighter Frank me. Okay, okay. Crypto Chavez or Chavez. Are you the biggest arm wrestling personality in India? No, no, not by any means. But I would say more people know me outside of India. If we try to calculate the numbers, how many people know any Indian arm wrestler, I think I will be there along with Suhail Khan because he lives in Dubai, with Larry. Rahul Panekar, same reason he defeated Larry Wheels. Maybe Mazahir Saidu as well, but I think my name is known to more people than Mazahir, who competed against Coach Ray. Who else is really famous from India? In you guys tell me how many Indian arm wrestlers you know. So outside of India, yes, I can say that I can definitely be in that top five most famous arm wrestlers from India. But in India, very few people know me. Very few people know me. The Derek Smith is one-sided. I think if you want people to take arm wrestling, so thank you very much, Crypto Chavez, for the super chat. I really, really appreciate it, brother. I think if you want people to take arm wrestling seriously, you need to push out steroids from the sport. Levan won't see the 55 years old. I think Levan will quit arm wrestling soon. He will be getting better offers in movies and other things. Why should we respect cheaters? Yes. So the topic of this live stream, Pro Punja League, the owner is very strict about steroids. He's saying that no, you cannot take steroids. And just a couple of days ago, he announced that in this ranking tournament, 22nd to 24th July, there will be random steroid testing. And he has already uploaded a list on propunja.com. Banned substances. I've not seen that list yet, but maybe I should check it out. Banned substances. Because he believes that if you want the sport to be taken seriously, what my brother anti Nephilim government agent 007 was saying, that if you want this sport to be taken seriously by the government, by the fans, by the promoters, the sponsors, you need to ban the steroids. You need to take them out. Nobody can take them out completely, but at least there should be some testing. Okay, banned substances. Yes, I got the list. I got the list. Banned substances. Let's see what is there. DF cannot compete there. DF, who is DF again? Man, it is a 24-page list. What is going on here? peptide hormones, growth factors, related substances, anabolic agents, part peptide hormones, okay, beta 2 agonists, hormone and metabolic modulators, hormone metabolic modulators, diuretics and masking agents, prohibited methods, manipulating of blood and blood components. Man, that is a 24-page PDF. I'm not sure if you can see anything here, but a 24-page PDF. Well, are there that many steroids in the world? I don't know what is going on here. There is absolutely no way that I can go through this. WADA 2022. Okay. World Anti-Doping Code, International Standard, Prohibited List. So they're following that, and it has been updated on 1st January 2022. That's good to see. I'm proud of India for this professional league. So first time I'm seeing this, a professional arm wrestling league is implementing steroid testing. It is not amateur tournament. Also, no transfusions. I don't know about that. Can you link the site? Maybe I'll post it in the comments. Okay, let's try. Just type propanja.com. PROPANJALEAGU. Everybody knows here how to pronounce league. So Propanja League. Just type Propanja League and you will get to the page. It is a WADA, World Anti-Doping Code, agency code. Ryan Bone wouldn't make it through that test. No, he wouldn't. I don't think strongmen would become more popular if they banned steroids. There should be leagues for tested and untested, like with powerlifting and it doesn't have to be that much strict. Do not tell anyone it doesn't have to be that much strict, because WWE has all the banned substances list, and to everyone they are testing their athletes, but I'm not sure if all the WWE athletes can look the way they are looking right now if they were being tested. So WWE also says that they are implementing the testing very strictly, and they also have a list of banned substances. So I think professional leagues can go that route. Steroids aren't what make Levan so big. Force feeding is. He could take the same stuff and be 300 pounds if he didn't eat enough to pack on the weight. I think steroids are made for Levan Sakin actually. His DNA is just suited to be helped with them. So not everyone gains the same amount of size and strength, but Levan is very, very good in that sense. They are saying you cannot take anything to lose water weight. I don't know. It is a WADA list. Blood transfusion is an effective and unmediated means of increasing the number of red RBC in the circulation in order to enhance athletic performance. Okay, thank you very much for that, brother. I don't transfusion. I can search that in that list. Let's search. Transfusion word is not in that list. Blood products. Okay. Whatever. The conversation shouldn't even be about Levan specifically. Levan is 100. Mitch Meserel is saying, while we are on topic, do you think a lot of the older guys are on testosterone therapy? Yes, of course, of course. Of some sort, from what you have seen or able to be learned, I guess, as to what percentage. Everyone who is competing at a higher level, everyone. Like maybe I should not say this, but Cody Merit, left-handed, people still call him the WAF world champion, but I don't think he's the world champion. He got, and he is one guy who would you never assume, looking at his physique, he looks fat, you would never assume that he's on stuff, but he was on stuff when he won the championship. And I think he has lost his gold medal to Arif Artem, who was second. So I think everyone, let's say, look at John Brezink or Todd Hutchings. Can a 55-year-old guy look like Todd Hutchings? And I know if you suddenly gain a lot of muscle, it doesn't necessarily mean you are on steroids. If you suddenly grow a beard, It doesn't necessarily mean you are on steroids. If you suddenly lose all of your hair, it doesn't necessarily mean that you are on steroids. But if all three of these things happen to you within a year, you gained a lot of muscle, you just grew a good beard out of nowhere, a thick beard, and you lost all of your hair that you have to shave your head daily. If all of the three things happen to you simultaneously, my friend, there is a 100% chance that you just jumped on a lot of sauce, which has happened to many arm wrestlers. Like, just look at all the arm wrestlers from United States that went to East versus West, the older guys, of course, except for John Brzezinski. All of them had this bald head and beard, except for Todd Hutchings. How can like everyone be bald? Why do you see that all the arm wrestlers are bald, almost all of them, with a beard? Of course, testosterone, everybody's taking above 40. And if you don't like RVJ, then you don't have the motivation to train. A lot of strongmen talk about eating enough to be that big being one of the hardest things. Yes, I have heard even Brendan Allen talk about it. Goalkeeper got banned for blood transfusion in World Cup, I believe. Okay, different bodies react differently on PD's training. I agree 100%. So Mitch, your answer, I think every arm wrestler who is still maintaining uh, elite level, I think all of them are. Is Oleg Zork on steroids? I have no idea. He has a great left arm. It can be naturally, because Oleg has been winning many world championships and he may have got tested, but he has never been found on steroids. So I cannot say. Brendan Allen is good to talk to about PDs. He doesn't BS you. Yes, I agree. Allen said, I talked to Levan and his cycle is nowhere near as crazy as some people think. It is been done before. Yes, okay, possible. I have no idea. Levan is just a hyper responder to steroids. Plus, he has premium genetics for arm wrestling. And Levan was saying when he was 18, 19 years old, still the coaches were saying him and looking at his fingers, looking at his bone density. It was great even back then. That is why they advised him to be an arm wrestler. Brendan Allen will also say that you have to force feed to put on that much muscle. He has said he was miserable when he was big. Yes. Levanon Clostebol, I don't know what that is. Just don't take too much. Bro, you see, you use good logical structures when you speak. I found you have breath of fresh air on YouTube. Thank you very much, John. So have you also noticed that I see somewhere like a tournament, and man, almost 30% of the guys are bald, they have a thick beard and jacked. And I say, well, everyone is at least on testosterone. Bald head, full beautiful beard, and big muscles equals awesome sauce. No, there are still there can still be many people who can look like that without being on sauce. But if it happened to you suddenly over a period of 1 or 2 years, and you're saying you're natural, then it doesn't make sense. You lost your hair, okay. You gained a lot of muscles, okay. You grew a beard, okay. But not everything can happen simultaneously. Do you learn formal logic? By the way, did you learn formal logic? No, what is that? I have no idea. Just don't take too much. So guys, thank you very much for joining this live stream. 57 likes already. Please take it to 100 likes as soon as possible. Comment after the live stream has ended if you want to support it even more. This live stream was about, it started with a couple of news updates from East versus West 5, which is going to be in November this year. Engin announced a couple of matches yesterday. Matt Mask versus Irakli Zirakashvili, and the other match was, he just announced today. I've not made a video about it. Wagner Bortolato versus Tobias Sporong left-handed super match. And then we talked about Pro Punjab League ranking tournament. Michael Todd is going to attend it as a guest. He will be hosting a seminar. He will be giving us his tips and tricks. I will also be there. The seminar is going to be on 22nd of July, 5 p.m. Indian time. The veins are going to be on that same day. Pro Punjab League, this is going to be one of the biggest tournaments out there. More than 600 people are going to attend. $1.30 is the fees. Free t-shirts, free accommodation, free food, everything covered. and you have as many protests as you want, as long as you are correct. You can even protest the veins. There will be random steroid testing as well. 18 people in every weight category will be selected for a league, and they will be paid a certain amount of money. Plus, on top of that, they can get certain bonuses as well. After that, after 2 years, they will be paid more money depending on their capabilities and what they can bring to the league. There will be bidding, and it will be great to see that tournament format. I hope this tournament is a big success. I, being a journalist, when I'm not competing in a tournament, I never thought that I can get excited for a tournament, but I am for this match, for this tournament, and it is really really great. Michael will be there on July 19th. Repulsive Gravity is saying bye bye with a $3 super sticker. Thank you very much, brother. Justin Cobble is saying Hermes Monster someday. Yes, he's already a one. Hermes has some unlucky genetics. His hair reacts more badly to PDs. Yes, I agree to that as well. That's true. Most people that go on test will go bald eventually. Not everyone. Yes, I agree. Devon documentary said Devon didn't eat nearly as much as the strong one. He's around. Okay. Soy makes you lose your dignity. Eyeballed AF. Andreas, Hermes hair are worse than Trump's. What is the difference between Donald J. Trump's hair and a wet raccoon? $7 billion. So thank you very much for joining, guys. I really, really appreciate your support. You're going to attend next East versus West. Maybe ask questions. I will do that. I will do that. Thank you very much for your support, Class 93. Great show this evening, brother. Good night. Thank you. Good night, Stacy. Hermes will never be over 140 kg. He said it himself. Yes, I saw that. Like, do not forget to like.